A lot of people are shocked about Micah Parsons being traded, except this guy. Because I called it. I called it weeks ago. When you have a guy like Jerry Jones, who is a master of media, right? He's somebody that knows how to constantly keep his team in the headlines. So he'll go ahead and he'll say something, he'll do something, he'll do something to be able to make people talk about him for the next 3 to 4 days. And I said that when Micah put that note out, it was personal. When you heard CeeDee Lamb discuss his contract negotiations with Jerry Jones, he was a little emotional about it, but it never felt personal. Dak Prescott never got personal with Jerry Jones because he never got that close to Jerry Jones to get personal. He was like, yo, talk to my agent, dog. We figured that out. He's gotten Jerry Jones twice. So he's good. He's the highest paid quarterback in the league. The hell he's care about, right? He got his money. But for Micah, I think that when you have a guy that's not so media savvy, and I'm not using that in a bad, derogatory way. It's just that some dudes are just not. They don't have that type of filter. Micah doesn't have it, and I think a guy like Micah, you saw how he played, you saw how he interacts with the fans, you saw him on his podcast. He's a guy that likes to talk his mind, say whatever's on his mind. And when you have a guy like Jerry Jones that likes to needle and push buttons through the media, that doesn't work with everybody. And Micah detailed how he didn't like the fact that Jerry Jones was constantly trying to negotiate with him without his agent present. And that to me feels dirty. It's like having a boss when you have a 5 or 6 employees and the boss tries to have these little meetings with every single one of them individually and nobody knows what the hell is going on. It's nasty work, right? It's deceitful. It feels like used car salesman-ish, right? That's what Jerry Jones is. He's a used car salesman. So the fact that his used car salesman tactics didn't work on a guy like Micah, I told you that Micah is he's the Django of this Dallas Cowboys team. He's that exceptional nigga. Like, that's what he is. You're not going to do that to me. It's either you give me my money or what I'm asking for, or I'm going out. I'm leaving this place. Like, there's not going to be any in-betweens where you give me a contract and all of a sudden we can patch it up. I'm going to hold out and then we're going to patch it up. You saw what happened with Terry McLaurin with the Commanders. Held out, got his money, right? That's the template design of how this works. Player wants his money, he sits out, he holds out, there's some back and forth, and then boom, contract comes. Michael was like, yo, I'm not doing that. I've shown you what I was worth for the first 4 years of my career. I've been a Pro Bowler for the first 4 years of my career. I've been an All-Pro twice, right? Where there is no discussion here. TJ Watt, Myles Garrett. That's where we're starting. And that's not what I want. I want more than that. So if Jerry Jones didn't realize that he was dealing with somebody who's not playing any games, he learned that really quickly. And what happened to Jerry Jones? Call you say? Petty. When you're a guy that is used to being the man, Daddy Jerry, that you can be able to talk to guys like Michael Irvin and get things done. You talk to this guy. When you got a guy like Micah Parsons that doesn't want to play that game, how is it going to work for Jerry Jones? How is the ego going to work for Jerry Jones? It won't. So because he was so upset, he had to make an example out of Micah Parsons and be the guy that says, oh, no, I broke up with him when a girl already left you, right? I broke up with her. I broke up with her. Broke up with her. It's fine. We mutually parted ways. No. She already told you she's gone. You just trying to make it seem better now. So how is he trying to recoup his image as a GM, president, owner, whatever the hell he wants to call himself? Let's go ahead and go check to see what the actual deal was. And Clark can then ask me or tell me if he feels that was enough for Micah Parsons. So Packers acquire Micah Parsons. Cowboys get 2026 first round pick, 2027 first round pick, defensive lineman Kenny Clark, and Kenny Clark gets his deal reworked a little bit so he can get a little bit more money on the back end. So Micah Parsons then is going to sign a 4-year, $188 million guarantee extension with the Packers, $136 million guaranteed, $120 million full at signing. Wow. That's huge. Okay, Chloe, this is what do you think?
I don't know. I don't even know if that's the move they can do right now to even make it make sense. I'm talking about for Dallas. Like, that's a big hit to their defensive line. Yeah, Jerry's checked out, bro. I don't believe it's even there anymore. I don't think it's in him. We proved that with all the draft picks, all the non-draft movements, keeping Dak and all that. I think he's literally doing too much at too old.
He's addicted to it.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones is the type of person that he can't help himself to have to be the end-all be-all in Dallas. See, if he was a guy that was okay with letting somebody else deal with the negotiations, Micah Parsons would still be a Dallas Cowboy. But the fact that he had to insert himself into the situation and get personal and say, well, why can't I talk to you as a player and we get this deal done? I have an agent for that. I'm not doing my agent's work. You don't go to my agent and tell my agent, hey, listen, man, we need 9 more sacks out of Micah. You go to me. Like, if you want to talk numbers in regards to my contract or any type of sponsorship or negotiations outside of my play, that has nothing to do with me. Talk to the person that I hired. But you're trying to use your daddy manipulation and how you are players go like, nah, dude, this is a business. And how Micah approached this entire ordeal, business. Give me my money or get me out of here. And the fact that you traded him to an NFC contender, you're an idiot. You should have heard the press conference. I took some bullet points from this press conference. He said that we were scanning teams and we needed to find a team that had cap space to absorb Micah, as well as provide us with help on our defensive line because we needed to be able to stop the run. So let me ask you a question. If you would have signed Micah, then how are you going to stop the run anyway? You see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense. You got mad and negotiations broke down, but you were willing to sign Micah back. But it never dawned on you that you needed to stop the run before? It never dawned on you that you needed to stop the run 2 seasons ago when you couldn't stop the Packers in the playoffs? It didn't dawn on you to try to stop the run last year when your team imploded and your quarterback looked like garbage? Didn't never dawned on you to try to get better in the draft and try to plug the holes and stop the run there? Oh, you tried to go get Mozzie Smith when people told you not to draft him. How's that worked out for you? So you see, all of these things are starting to play, and we're starting to realize that Jerry, his big Achilles heel is Jerry Jones. He can't help himself but to be the biggest voice in the room all the time. And Micah told him, not with me. So you trade him to an NFC team. rather than sending him to some other team in the AFC and let him get his money and not be in your way. You sent him to a team that needed a Micah Parsons to get themselves over the hump. Make it make sense. So how do you sell to your fan base that this is a good idea? How do you? How do you do that? How do you sell to your fan base that this is the Herschel Walker deal part 2? You're getting 2 first-round picks that are late picks. And if the Packers continue to be good, which everybody picks them to win the North, hell, I picked them to win the North. What do you think is going to happen? Okay. That pick is going to be somewhere 28, 29, 30. If they get to the Super Bowl, it's going to be 31 or 32.
And I think they were like maybe a decent defensive player or maybe an offensive piece away.
They were just defense away.
I think there's a defense away, and they got some pressure there. But also, too, I mean, I heard rumors saying that Jerry's looking to do something now. Like he wants to get a piece now.
That, you see, that's the thing, right? And that's why I feel bad for Cowboys fans. Not saying you're a Cowboys fan, but like a Cowboys fan will see that, right? And then they will immediately say, oh, okay, well, Jerry's going to go ahead and make move. All that is buying time. So the fan base that's now upset can hold on to something and say, okay, all right, Jerry, let's cook now. Let's see what you're going to get. And no move is coming. It's just like the offseason where every Cowboys fan is like, yo, we need a running back. We need a running back. We need a running back. Derrick Henry's out there. You don't offer Derrick Henry a contract, and you know what you tell your fan base? Oh, Derrick Henry didn't fit the scheme. Yet he went ahead and ran for almost 2,000 yards in Baltimore. So you constantly gaslight your fans into sucking them in, to try to get them to buy tickets. Why would anybody want to buy tickets for the Dallas Cowboys at this point? What are you buying? CeeDee Lamb? Dak Prescott? A bad offensive line? Running backs are questionable? What are you selling?
Rebuild.
No, he would never do that. He'd never do that. And why would Dak Prescott want to rebuild now? Unless that's the plan.
Always just chasing the bag at this point.
It's always chasing the bag. Jerry Jones has been chasing the Dallas bag for 30 years. They haven't been relevant in a very long time in regards to being a real competitor on the grand stage. Why? Because he doesn't need to be. It's like the Knicks, right? The Knicks are good now. But what's the difference in regards to like capital and revenue with the Knicks now or the Knicks 10 years ago? Nothing. They make money hand over fist because they're the Knicks. It's just like Dallas. We know the Texans will never, ever be as big as the Dallas Cowboys, no matter how much they win, no matter how good they are. They'll always just be the second-rate team in Texas. Dallas is where everybody knows, they love. That's where they're going to put their big ad dollars and their big sponsorship dollars into. And the fact that he knows that, he can be able to continue to gaslight his fan base and have these real diehard fans go ahead and have Stockholm Syndrome and start to sympathize with their abusers. Jerry Jones is abusing Dallas Cowboy fans.
It's true.
Every single year. He tells you that we're going all in. Oh, Cowboy fans are excited. Oh, my God, Mike McCarthy's good. Then Mike McCarthy comes back. Then they do nothing in the offseason. So what was all in? You bring back Zeke. Like, who cares about those things? So again, he met somebody and he met his match. Jerry Jones finally met his match. And shame on Michael Irvin. I heard Michael Irvin on what's my man name? Rich Eisen's show. And Michael Irvin was like, oh, well, you know, if Jerry Jones is giving you as a player the numbers, then I don't see why it's so difficult to bring those numbers back to your agent so you can get the ball rolling. Nah. I don't want to do your groundwork for you. You know my agent's number, call my agent. Because why are you so upset about how Micah did things, but yet Dak Prescott did it twice to you? We only know about the name of Dak Prescott's agent was because Todd France was in the forefront of every particular negotiation that happened. So that's all I'm saying, is that I'm happy for Micah. I'm happy that he actually told Jerry Jones that he's not going to deal with that nonsense. And the fact that he got traded to a place where he can be able to win, there's tradition there, and he got his money, and he can still keep his podcast. What? There's a win-win for Micah here. Where's the loss? But Dallas Cowboy fans right now, I'm telling y'all, listen, the fan transfer portal is open. You can go ahead and go cheer for the Packers if you're a Micah fan. You can go cheer for the Rams. You can go here. You can go there. You can go wherever you want. Don't let some, family tradition of being a Dallas Cowboy keep you there when you're miserable. Don't do that to yourself. Be happy. Don't be in a marriage that's passionless. Go somewhere else. Go find yourself a PYT. Do something. That's all I'm saying. The fan transfer portal is now open, Dallas fans. Anything else, Glow? Anything else, Alan Sassen? You got anything to say about that?
Just looking around, the Division 2 is not going to get any easier, I feel like, because the Eagles are always the Eagles. Commanders, have their superstar quarterback, and the Giants are around the corner, so.
Yeah.
You saw she throws that shit in there.
Because, you see the vibes? Immaculate.
You need
I ain't gonna lie to you. Yo,
they look all right.
Giants look all right.
But, their schedule is crazy, but if they overcome that schedule, there's something not to play with. But their defense is something different.
Their defense is special.
But I'm looking at Dallas's depth chart. So, QB, Dak Prescott. They got Javonte Williams from Denver. He was a stud.
Damaged goods.
Damaged goods, okay. CeeDee Lamb, of course. George Pickens. More damaged goods.
Emotionally damaged goods.
Yeah, Jalen Tolbert, Jake
Trash.
Ferguson.
Fergie's good.
And, it gets quiet from there. So,
They don't have much.
They don't have much. There's not much depth on that team, to be honest with you.
It's garbage.
I love it.
Yeah. So, Jerry Jones, you can continue to bullshit us and go ahead and use that line of, well, we were trying to get better. And, we had to face the facts that this deal wasn't going to work. And now we have to shore up our run game. Just keep gaslighting your fans and keep making them think that there's hope. There is no hope.